Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpack Trader Training Room for Thursday, January 13th, 2022. All right. We have about 2 more minutes to the open, and we have a potential long. That's going to be a get in sync on the YM. That's at 311. I'd take that to 313, get it a couple of ticks above the session high. This swing right over here. Actually, yeah, the high is at 12. Yeah, take that to. I don't want to take it to 16, but I think 14 is a good place to put it. And that will come in just about a minute. Crude oil has gone one and done, had a trade set up just 5 seconds before the open of our trade plan, but came back and we were able to get in sync, hit target 1 and 2. Entry at 82.36, targets at 48 and 56. Well, actually, yeah, entry at 36, targets at 48 and 56. So that was 12 and 20 ticks, so 32 ticks. One and done this morning. And it looks like we did get into that long. At 14, from 14. This could be a bit of a grind. And now we have a stop and reverse at, and we have stopped and reversed. That stop and reverse is going to be at 79. Which was the full stop out on the long. This is going to be the fourth attempt at a reversal on this up move. And full stop. So that's 2 full stops this morning on the YM to start things out. We had to get in sync short on the YM on soybeans, and we did hit target 1, so that is going to be one and done. That's on the add-on trade here from 823.56. We've got plenty of chance to get into that. We got the long trade setting up and never getting back to it. So the short is that had previously triggered in is still valid, And therefore, we've got target 1 and now target 2. And unleaded did get to target 2, so that's a one and done session for unleaded. Quick happenings this morning. Good morning, Roger. Pound Aussie is in the long from 88.01. This was a stop and reverse to short at 87.79. Of course, the plotted trade is at 82. Stop and reverse adjustment of 2 pips plus moving down off the 87.80 mark to 87.79 is a key level adjustment. And that has not triggered, nor has the unadjusted 82 triggered. So 2 closes above the signal line would cancel the stop and reverse, but at the moment the stop and reverse is still in place. Heating oil, we have had a long setup. Actually, still have a long setup that has not triggered in. Soybeans pushing down toward target 3. Unleaded is out off of its trailer. And there is a short trade that cancels the long on heating oil. And I believe that just touched the entry. I might push that down just a bit. The YM getting short and hitting target 1. So that is a 35 tick target 1. And there's a stop, our stop out. Actually, we switched over to long at 91 or 92, looks like. At 92, we would take that. So we have the 35 tick target 1. Good. And now here's a potential stop to short that does reverse. It looks like it's going to be at 72. Yes. That's 73. Our reversal is at 72. That's at 7. And the YM getting into really noisy territory right now, just consolidating. Good morning, Miles. Heating oil short trade has not triggered yet. Is still valid. It will take a crossover of the cat lines to cancel that trade, even though it's gone beyond the stop. YM is holding in the short. Pound Aussie is short. And a long trade cancels the short. We have a long at 61.67 on heating oil. Our stop and reverse did cancel on the YM, so we are still short. Heating oil with 3 setups still hasn't had trade trigger yet. And then that long just triggered in. Just as I say something about it not triggering yet. That's about par for the course. Okay, soybeans stopped out, not quite getting to target 3. So targets 1 and 2, and stopping out looks like to be probably a tick above, or yeah, 1 tick above target 1 there. But that's a 1 and done session for soybeans this morning. And the YM approaching, getting close to money management. There's money management and target on this second trade. That is an SMA trade. $27 ticks to target 1. And stopping out at the 1 tick break even on the trailer. And unfortunately, heating oil takes us to a full stop out. Just barely stopping out. Looks like we may get I don't know, we're getting across down, but we're going to need a bar down below, pushing it below the 14 EMA before we're going to get another short. And that's a loss on the first trade, so that should end the trade plan for today. unleaded, picking up a couple of longs there, it looks like, but it's the first long is the one that made it, it looks like. Looking for 9 o'clock. Okay, yeah, that first one was too early. Didn't trigger the short. So then we pick up this long at 9:19:57. And that looks like it had plenty of time to get involved. Now we have a short, another short on the YM, this time off the 200 EMA, and that's triggered in. I'm sorry, not off the 200, off the 50. The yellow trade off the 50 EMA. Triggering in and going for a full stop. Okay, we took the 2 losses, the 35 tick winner plus. Then we get a stop and reverse to short. 3, 4. 5. And that was our 6th trade on the YM. So the YM is done. And it had a difficult session this morning. That's not going to be a winning session. Pound Aussie is just hanging out just below its entry. Questions this morning? Check in on the micro ES. And I have not got the indicators for the Russell catapult yet. Waiting for Will to finish those up, and I'll start showing some preliminary on that. The boot camp will be a week from Tuesday. 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago, this past 2 weeks from this past Tuesday. Reminder that Monday is a banking holiday, and as our usual custom, trade room will be dark on Monday. I will be in on Tuesday, and Troy indicated he is going to be unavailable on Wednesday due to the this next week due to the Wealth 365 presentation he's doing. But the crude oil inventory report is going to be Thursday. So I'm have a question into him if he wants to swap Wednesday and Thursday. Otherwise, Wednesday will be dark, and I will be doing Tuesday and Thursday next week. Okay, here is another crude trade. I'm sorry, another heating oil trade. It's a break even. We just got just short of our scalp target. It's high. $61.97. Trade plan should be complete on the initial loss, I believe. Since I don't trade that one regularly, yeah, it looks like the latest short just triggered in. And ticked in and stopped out. So unsuccessful this morning so far on heating oil. 2 stop outs and a break even. And the YM on trade 7 hits another target 1. Not a trade plan trade since that's the 7th trade of the morning. Micro ES. This is actually 9:35 Central, so that is a valid short trade. And it bounces down just a little bit and then heads straight back up and tops out. And now we have a long trade. We're still in our window. 32.50. Actually, you might take that to 32.75 if you didn't get in initially. Since it spiked up to the entry and pulled back. Everybody being quiet this morning. All right. Not much going at the moment. Our pound Aussie trade is about the only thing in process at the moment. We're about 7 minutes from the 10 a.m. crude oil mini session. And we did get our two closes above the balance lines, so the pound Aussie stop and reverse to short has canceled. And we don't need to do anything with moving our stop since the stop and reversal was at the full stop value on the short. Well, okay. Crude and unleaded giving us one and dones this morning. Soybeans giving us, so 3 out of the 7 charts I've looked at so far have been one and done. Well, I am having a tough time this morning. I haven't got the NQ setup that Troy's been looking at done yet. I might try to go ahead and set that up. Ooh, and there's a third full stop out on heating oil, and now in a short, it doesn't look like it's faring any better. All right, and the micro ES touching both the entry and the stop on the same bar. Obviously touched the entry first because I was looking at that. But hopefully it touched and wasn't executable on that touch. And now we have a long that is within our trade plan. And the pound Aussie doing a little bit, as is the current short on heating oil finally. 1 minute to our start, and very close to a, yeah, there's fixed target on the heating oil trade. Okay, 82.67, and that was at 58.24. So we'll have to wait to come back. Here we go. Slowing things down, loading the data for the MN micro NQ. Yeah, heating oil looked good on this trade. The problem was that you had three or four full losses on. I think four full stops and a break even before you got to this trade. But it's turning into a very nice trade, picking up the fixed target. And now trailing down the trailer at 61.46. And the crude trade is definitely in, getting getting in sync. Whether it was on this, I believe it was second bar. Let's see where we were. All right. And we did have a long trade set up on the 9 a.m. Central Time, 10 a.m. Eastern Time bar on the OES. So I'll give that 5 more minutes. Our trade plan is to 10 o'clock or 9 a.m. Central. 61.32 for the heating oil stop now. All right. And no trigger on the long on the micro ES, so we're definitely out of that mini session. Heating oil stopped moving to 61.26. $61.21, $61.11 on heating oil. Moving nicely now. And the YM getting along in a stop and reverse. The short is successful. And trailing with the stop at 296. Now that's well outside of our trade plan. $61.01 for heating oil. Heating oil stop. This is turning into a very nice little short trade on heating oil. Probably not a trade plan trade. And crude oil hitting target 1. That will make this a one and done session for the 10 a.m. session as well. So crude oil going one and done in the 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. sessions. So far, stop at 82.66. That's just a one tick break even. That looks like the target at 51. And looks like money management and possibly target 1 on pound to pound Aussie. Yeah, my trade has executed target 1, so move your stops to break even. 88.02. 60.91 for heating oil now. And the ES, micro ES, showing a significant down move right now. Going from fairly quickly, inside of about 20 minutes, going from session high all the way down to session open. Session high at 47.36.25, all the way down to the session open at 47.19.50. So 17, almost 17 points. 6073 for the heating oil stop. $6066 and getting a little bounce here, so we'll test. Looks like it's testing, trying to test the 14 EMA. $88.02 would be a key level that would be adjusted to $87.99, but since we have already made a target, I would keep it at $18.02 or $88.02 for the pound Aussie. And 6056 for the heating oil stop. And that started at 6162. So we're down already down 105, 106. And now 111 ticks. Let's stop moving down to 6046 now. $116 ticks. 106. Now 120. 6042. The YM with more woes. All right, that HO heating oil trade and pound Aussie is about all we've got to look at the moment. And looks like we hit target 2 on the nose on crude. So that would bring off the second position. And heating oil stopping out at 6042. 120 ticks on the trailer. So with that leaving just the pound Aussie right now, unless folks have questions, I'm going to call it a morning. And we will see everybody next Tuesday. No trade room on Monday. Have a good weekend and good trading. Oh, did you take that 953 trade, Roger, or did you do something else on heating oil? Did you use Spotlight or Catapult? Target 2 hit on the pound Aussie. All right. We will see everybody next week. Good trading tomorrow and have a good weekend.